Back to that breaking news we have been following in D.C. right now. We were telling you a shooting near Logan Circle. The press conference underway right now.
This is happening at 12th and M Street. Let's go ahead and listen in and see what they have to say for this news conference.
In the area of 12th and M Street, the suspect and the officer exchanged gunfire. The officer was shot and the suspect was shot. On scene, officers rendered aid to both the officer and the suspect. The officer was then transported to the hospital where he's receiving treatment for his injuries. The suspect was also transported to the hospital and was later pronounced deceased. The suspect's firearm was recovered on the scene. This incident will now be investigated by the Metropolitan Police Department. There is U.S. Park Police body camera footage for this incident, and it'll be released within 30 days of this incident.
Sergeant, what is the condition of the officer?
At this time, they're conscious and alert. He was shot multiple times in the torso area and the legs.
You said this was an attempted stop for drug violation. Was the suspect in a car and they were trying to pull him over, or was on the street?
So that's going to be part of the investigation. This is still a fairly active incident in a scene, and as that information becomes available, it'll be relayed through the investigation.
Was a violation in the area here somewhere in that block? Or?
It was in the area of 12th and Massachusetts Avenue Northwest.
You can't say if the suspect was in the vehicle or on foot?
Not at this time, no.
And so the suspect fled, you said ran on foot. Were the officers also on foot or
They were on foot.
Was it a lone officer and this suspect?
So there was multiple U.S. Park Police officers involved at the initial part of the incident, and at the exchange of gunfire, there was one U.S. Park Police officer involved.
Is there park police? Is there park police jurisdiction down there at 12th and Mass?
So there is a park area at 12th and Massachusetts Avenue that's under the administration of the Park Police.
How old the officer is? How long he's been on the force?
Not at this time.
Can you tell us where exactly the gunfire exchange began, if there was a pursuit from 12th and Mass to 12th and Mass?
It was in the area of 12th and M Street.
And then from there, how many shots fired? Who shot first?
That's all going to be part of the investigation. This is still, like I said, fairly active as far as information gathering. And as that information becomes available, it will be relayed through the investigation.
Sergeant, it appears, so this was an operation that was going on at 12th and M. Is that what we can understand with multiple officers?
As far as how this incident started, I can't confirm any of the details. That'll be part of the investigation.
Did you recover a weapon?
The suspect's weapon was recovered on scene.
Can you describe it? What kind of weapon?
It was a firearm. I don't have any other details beyond that.
So the officer who fired his body camera was activated?
That is correct.
And so just to clarify, when you said the person was shot multiple times in the torso and legs, that was the officer?
The officer, yes.
How many times the suspect was shot?
I don't have that information. It'll be part of the investigation.
Was this person shot while running, or were they standing still?
As far as how the gunfire was exchanged, that'll come out through the investigation as they review footage. All right, thank you very much. We'll follow this up later this evening with a written briefing that'll detail this information. Thank you.
You are listening into a news conference here. This is after a Park Police officer was shot. A suspect was then killed in Logan Circle. A couple of things we took from that news conference was that the suspect and the officer exchanged gunfire. Both of them were taken to the hospital. While at the hospital, the suspect died. Meanwhile, we're hearing that the officer was shot multiple times. He is conscious and he is alert, is what we're being told at this point.
Yeah, so those are some of the details about what transpired there near Logan Circle as we continue to look live there at the scene there. This happened shortly before 3 o'clock this afternoon. And you really have to talk once again about the impact that this has on our community. Yeah, you have an officer who is injured. You have a suspect who is dead in this case, but also people who live in this area. You know, it's a pretty busy area at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Certainly. Yeah, and to your point, so I mean, we've been hearing some of the neighbors talk. Raphael was interviewing some of them, and they're saying, hey, this is a very residential area. There's multiple apartment complexes around here, and people are not used to this type of violence in this specific neighborhood. And also from that press conference, we took that they still don't have an indication of why this all unfolded, what happened in this moment to lead us here.
Yeah, so they're looking at that body camera footage, which we should all be able to see within the next 30 days or so. And if a lot of you at home are wondering why is U.S. Park Police involved in this investigation, you just heard there a moment ago, there is a park in this area that is under their jurisdiction. So That's why those officers responded, but we do know that D.C. police will be handling this investigation moving forward. Again, still a lot of questions that need to be answered. We're expecting another press conference or another update later tonight. Of course, we will keep you updated as we learn more.